Greetings, my friend. Matt Schifferly with another video to help you be fit and live free. Today is a bit of a teaser video for my upcoming program, Beautiful Strength. It's a program that utilizes calisthenics all about, well, essentially helping you look better naked. There's a lot of times we get into fitness because sure, we want to perform better and health and all that jazz and stuff. But let's be honest, a lot of us get into fitness because we want to become more attractive. But unfortunately, a lot of the messages in our fitness culture go about it completely backwards and leave huge parts completely missing. Because it takes a lot more than abs and just bigger biceps to look better naked. And that's what Beautiful Strength will address, not to mention the fact that the etymology of the word calisthenics means beautiful strength. When it comes to trying to look good, lots of folks put way too much time, energy, and emphasis on exercises that really don't do a whole heck of a lot. Meanwhile, neglecting the exercises that do carry the lion's share of influence over your aesthetic physique development. And the model we're going to use is, think of like a archery target with concentric rings. The exercises closer to the center are the ones that have the biggest influence over how you look. And so that's where you want to focus most of your time and energy. And sometimes you hear programs and stuff where folks will be like, oh, it's all just bench, squat, and deadlift and you'll look your best and stuff. But nonetheless, there are plenty supplemental and accessory exercises that we do want to still pay attention to. They do still play a role, we just don't want to put most of our attention and energy towards them. And those you find as you get more to the outer rings on the target. So this gives you a little bit more of a framework of what you should put most of your time and energy towards, and the things you should kind of just pepper in when and where you can. So in the center of the target for Beautiful Strength, RDP followers will recognize these because when it comes to wanting to have the most influence over how your body looks as far as shape and size goes, you've got your push, pull, and squat movements. Those are the things that have the biggest influence. And in calisthenics, the exercises that are the most impactful are your pull-ups, your dips, and your lunges for several reasons. First of which, really big range of resistance. So you can go super heavy because they're relatively easy to load and you don't need a lot of external weights or squat racks and stuff. They use all of your muscles in a very balanced, in kind of a synergistic way. We don't want to put too much emphasis in any one area. So they kind of get everything working in a very kind of homogeneous approach. Pull-ups will work all of your biceps, your grip, your entire back. Dips also work your back, all of your chest, all of your triceps, and even to a fair degree your shoulders. Then of course lunges, they get everything under the waistline. So you're not getting any emphasis in any one area, or at least you shouldn't, but it's getting everything to a very high degree, so you cover a lot of bases with just 3 moves. On the next ring, you have the push-pull squat movements that help to supplement those to a very high degree. For pushing, we have dive bomber push-ups because, again, shoulders, upper back, these are things that carry a lot of aesthetic influence over your physique, but they're kind of hard for a lot of folks to work, especially when it comes to calisthenics. You got handstand push-ups, which many people struggle with. Push-ups are okay, but they lack the range of motion in the shoulders that a lot of people are looking for. So the dive bomber push-ups give us all of the qualities that we want without needing any sort of external equipment. For pull, we've got single arm rows, which not only give us that coveted pull chain exercise, but a lot of total body control. Because aesthetic strength or aesthetic augmentation requires a lot more than just bigger muscles or being able to develop certain parts of your body. You also want to have grace and control of your body in space. And so single arm rows give you that in spades. Not to mention for the squat chain, we have jump squats. And again, it's not just about building bigger muscles, but how well you can move. Because you can be big, you can have aesthetically a beautiful body, but if you're kind of just lumbering around through your day and it looks like you're struggling to get out of a chair much of the time, it still leaves a lot to be desired from an aesthetic standpoint. So the jump squats give us that power, that spring in our step that gives us this energetic, happy to be alive kind of appearance as we're moving, not just the fact that our thighs are bigger. On the next ring, we have our support chains. These are our abs, our core work. So we have our flexion, chain exercises. This is various plank or ab rollouts with like an ab wheel. And then we also have our hip bridges, glutes, hamstrings, good things for our posture as well, because what good is building up a beautiful body if you're all presenting it like you're Poindexter? And of course, our lateral chain, we have our side planks. And ideally, these types of exercises shouldn't really require, again, much equipment or time, and they help to form a good synergistic way of utilizing force throughout the length of our body, which helps us move better and present a better posture. And while they may not really do all that much for the aesthetics of the shape of the body, they're going to help us present our body in a more confident and commanding way for more powerful, attractive body language. And then finally, on the fourth circle, we have essentially the bodybuilding movements. We can use suspension straps and rings for this. These are bicep curls, tricep extensions, chest flies, hamstring curls, sissy squats, things of that nature that help us just put the cherry on top of our physique and develop muscles that may be a little bit lagging behind or are hard to engage with the big, heavy compound movements that we have more towards the center of the target. I'll release a video in the next coming weeks on basically programming and how to utilize these things, but right now just having a little bit more of a focused emphasis on pull-ups, dips, and lunges, primary exercises, dive bomber push-ups, single arm rows, and jumping as your secondary, and then of course you have your support chains, and your single joint stuff is your accessory movements. And you know I'm big about adaptive training, so if you have little time and energy, you focus more on the inside of the target, and if you have more time and energy, you want a more comprehensive workout, you include things more to the outside of the circle. So hopefully you like that little preview, more stuff coming on in, so make sure you're subscribed and notifications and all that sort of thing and stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit, live free.